Whoa! It teleported me just to a random spot a few blocks away. Uh-oh. Oh god. Oh god, what have I done? What is going on, guys? Welcome to another very exciting episode of JJ Plays Modded Minecraft. I've tried to do this intro like 6 times, and I just can't seem to get it right. I am your host, Jon-Michael Booth, aka JJ, and let's get right to it. See, that wasn't so hard, right? Today, we are going to keep looking at some of the stuff that we've put in motion already, namely our reactor. Let's have a quick peek down at the reactor. By the way, my webcam has been giving me some issues. My whole computer has been giving me some issues, to be honest with you. But if for some reason the webcam is screwed up, or you don't see the webcam or something, you know why. It's because the webcam is just being dumb. If you do see the webcam, well then, hey, that's fantastic. I'm glad to see you too. Okay. So, in our last episode, we started to prepare the big reactor space. We put in some reactor access ports. We put in our reactor controller. And now what we need are Yellorium fuel rods. So I'm going to do kind of checkerboard type pattern here. Inside I have an 8x8 area. That's because I have a 10x10 reactor. But I have 8x8 on the inside, and they go up what will be 8 levels to this point, and then the 9th level will be basically the cap. So I'm going to create a whole bunch of Yellorium fuel rods. I need 32 Yellorium fuel rods per layer of 8. Which means, what is that? 64, 128, 256. I need 256, I think, Yellorium fuel rods. In the last episode, I created a pattern for Yellorium fuel rods. It might not have been last episode. It might have been a couple episodes ago. But whatever it was, I am now ready to create 256 of those. Oh no, look at that. I actually have enough resources for them. I'm kind of surprised, actually. So there we go. I'm going to let that happen. I also want to go back to creating my vibrant capacitor banks, because if you recall, I still need another 15 of these guys. And now, because there has been some time, there, I could actually craft them. So this is actually something really cool, and the whole reason, if you recall, why I put so many of these things in the floor, so that I can craft multiple things at a time. Pretty neat, right? But I just noticed that this is upside down, so there we go. That's fixed. So there we go. We've got Yellorium. Wow, those Yellorium fuel rods. 256 of those, just like that. Done. The capacitor banks take a long time to do, though, so that's okay. Let's open this up. Get that wrench away. Actually, I guess I don't need to put the wrench away. I've got a whole bunch of things still in my inventory that I don't need anymore, so let's just get rid of all that stuff. But let's get our Yellorium fuel rods out. So all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there we go. I got 4 stacks of 64, which is also 8 stacks of 32, which is exactly what I need. The capacitor banks are still being slow. So let's start placing these guys in. I don't think I'm going to place them all in today, because that would make a fairly boring episode, if you ask me. I don't want to... I don't want to waste your time. I use that expression a lot. I don't want to waste your time by just building 8. See, just like that. And then we come down and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is basically the pattern that I need to do all the way up for my entire reactor. I'm also going to need something else, and that is the thing that goes in these gaps. And typically what you do is you create some sort of cooling liquid. There is this stuff called gelid cryothium, which is supposed to be... Ow! What the heck was that? I just got like hit by a torch for no apparent reason. Which is supposed to be really good for cooling your reactor, but to be honest with you, I have found what works just as well, if not better, is liquid enderium, or what you get when you take ender pearls and you melt them down. I have this machine over here, the fluid transposer, and this machine over here, the magma crucible. And if I jam these things in here, then they're going to slowly start to fill up the fluid transposer, and then I can make some buckets. Do I have any buckets? I have one bucket of liquid, but I'm going to make, I don't know, maybe like 8 buckets. That's a good number of buckets, right? And I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to put a bucket, or 8, in there. And it's slowly going to fill up these buckets. Well, it's actually pretty quick. I just need to constantly remove the buckets. Of course, I have to wait for the machine to actually do what it's doing, too. So, so far I only got 4 of these, and I need more. So, ender pearls. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know how many ender pearls I can actually put in this machine. Probably 16. Yeah, it's only 16. Oh, is this oh, this is a thermal expansion machine. So I need a I need some sort of upgrade to make this go faster. Let's look at that. Let's look at what we could possibly do. Upgrade. So these are not the thermal expansion ones. Thermal expansion. So I believe these are the upgrades, or maybe it's these. Secondary reception coil. Yeah. So overclock gearbox and space-time unifier. I think these are the things that I actually need in order to speed up that machine. And you need to build all 3 of them. You can't just go straight to the first tier, or the last tier, I mean. So let's try that. So this one's actually pretty easy. I need a bunch of bronze, and I need a redstone reception coil. Do I have all that stuff? I don't have the redstone reception coil. So let's make one of those. There we go. And then let's make that. Okay. So let's go back down to our machine and open up the augmentation tab. Oh. There's another thing that I need to do. Oh, I need to upgrade this to a hardened machine in order to get more augmentation tabs. So, okay, so that's actually, I think, a little bit of ways away. So I'll just have to deal with it the way it is for now. But that's okay. I only have 8 buckets anyway. So while it's making my 8 buckets, I can take these buckets, or at least some of these buckets that I've already made, and zip down to my reactor. And then I can place in some of this this resident ender. I hear a zombie. I don't see him. He must be up above. It's okay. It's just a baby zombie. So anyway, the resident ender, you put in here like that. And it's just going to flow all the way down. And yeah, very, very cool stuff. This stuff is actually kind of dangerous stuff, because if you come in contact with it, it can actually teleport you to basically a random location. And I can't put any more in at the moment because I don't have a sealed area. But let me show you this. If I just touch this stuff, whoa! It teleported me just to a random spot a few blocks away. Uh-oh! Oh God! Oh God! What have I done? Yeah, see that? That's the danger right there. I teleported myself inside some rock. That could have been super bad. All in the name of showing you something kind of funny. But anyway, yes. So be very careful with your resonant ender. Since it's night, I'm going to have a quick sleep. And then I shall pick up where I left off. Where did I leave off? Well, I left off with my vibrant capacitors all being manufactured. So let's go place our vibrant capacitors in, and then I want to show you the cool thing that I can do with these vibrant capacitors. Alright, so last time we placed 10 vibrant capacitors underneath, and now we're going to place another 15 right up on top like this. Now, this is a giant capacitor bank, and it's touching the power tap, which means all of the power that's coming out of the reactor will go into this capacitor bank. I left a gap over here, and you may or may not have guessed what that gap is going to be for. I'm going to put a tesseract in there, and then all of the power that's generated by the reactor will buffer through the capacitor bank and then go into the tesseract. So the question is, why did I put this this guy above ground like this? And it looks kind of like something, doesn't it? It kind of looks like a display screen, and the truth is that's exactly what it is, because you can actually set these things to display some statistics for you. There you go. And so I now have a display panel on the capacitor bank. It's not going to show me everything I want to see, but it will show me what the I/O of my capacitor is, meaning how much power is coming in or going out of the capacitor bank, which is pretty neat. I usually like to do that, and I like to do this as well. And that's basically just a great big indicator of how much power I have in my capacitor bank, or how full it is. Right now, obviously, it's completely empty because I just built them, and I have not yet turned my reactor on. It's going to be a little while before I'm able to turn my reactor on, but that's okay. That is okay. What else did I want to do? I wanted to place those Yellorium fuel rods in. I'm also going to need to create one more thing, and that is the thing that goes on top of the Yellorium fuel rods. And that is, I can't even remember. I'm just going to type in reactor. Oh, here they are. So this is reactor control rod. So I need 8 times 8 is 64, but divided by 2. So I need 32 of these. And I did create a recipe for it, so I'll just create those. I have all the resources. Click start, and bang, there they are. In between that, I'm going to need this stuff called reactor glass. So, oh, I thought I had a recipe for reactor glass, but apparently I don't. So let's make one of those. Reactor glass. This is reactor glass right here. So pretty simple. It uses reactor casing, and it uses glass. So let's make a crafting pattern for that. And let's pop the crafting pattern into our molecular assembler, and then we'll come over here and we'll go reactor glass. So I have 1, I need 32, so I will make 31 more of those. And I have all the resources I need, and we'll start crafting those. And so fast. So totally fast. Which makes sense, because I probably could have crafted those that fast, right? But I love the fact that I have this system available to me that can automatically craft the things that I need. And not only craft the things I need, but craft them fast and accurately. If I need 500 of something, I don't need to think about, well, how many stacks is that and stuff like that. It just happens, just automatically. So reactor glass is going to go here, and eventually there over top of the other stuff. And in between, I'm going to put these things, which are the control rods. And these go over top of all of the Yellorium fuel rods. So the reactor is coming along. I will need a couple extra casings just to fill this area in. And something I thought of last week, which I actually completely forgot to create, which was the redstone control port. Because I told you guys I wanted to use a reactor monitor in order to turn the reactor on and off. Alright, so here's the things we need to build the crafting monitor. Let's just build one of these. We need 6 electrical steel, we need something called a conduit probe, and we need a machine chassis, and we need this energy conduit. Some of this stuff I already have. I only have 1 electrical steel, so let's make more. Electrical steel. Yeah, I've been growing electrical steel seeds and getting electrical steel essence, so I think I'm actually good to go there. So let's just make a bunch of that, and that's fine. And then I need a conduit probe. So where the heck is that? That's right here. How do you make that? Okay, so it needs some silicon, some electrical steel, some glass panes, redstone comparator. Yeah, I have most of those things. I don't have the redstone comparator, so let's make one of those. Got it. And then I don't have silicon? Really? I don't have silicon. I thought for sure I had silicon. Alright, let's take a look. Silicon. Oh, but I can craft it. So let's just make a bunch of silicon. There we go. Craft some of that. I really only need 2 of them, so. And let's go back to our conduit probe. This guy. Bang. Got one. Alright. Monitor. Machine chassis. So I need one of those. But of course, I need a basic capacitor for that. I know I have a recipe for that, but I could just create one, which is nice. And then I should be able to, oops, I forgot to create the machine chassis, didn't I? There we go. Machine chassis, and bang. There we go. Got our power monitor. So we also need our reactor. So I always get the wrong one here. Not the RedNet port. I need the redstone port. There we go. So it's this one. Ah, and I'm missing casing. I just want 1 casing. That's all I want, but it's going to have to create 4 for me. That's okay. There we go. Got it. Oh, actually, you know what? I probably need those anyway, because I need to fill in some gaps in my reactor. So let's go back to the reactor. Alright, in order to turn the reactor on and off, the monitor needs to be connected to the reactor, and it also needs to be connected to the capacitor. It might actually just be able or have to be connected to the capacitor. I can never remember that part. So let's go down and let's take this, and I can't remember if I can just wrench this out. Nope, I guess I have to break it. That's okay. Uh-oh. Oh, ugh. Don't mess with that resonant ender, kids. It will, it'll get you every time. Back again. don't accidentally get yourself stuck in any resonant ender. If I put this casing down, actually I have an empty bucket. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pick up this resonant ender again so that I can actually work in there. Come on. Come on. Pick it up. Scoop it up. How do I actually pick it up? Okay, maybe I can't. Hopefully, if I just put a casing down, though, maybe that'll overwrite it. Oh, that's why I can't, because I'm trying to do it through the glass. That's hilarious. Okay, but I can't wrench the glass away. I need a silk touch pickaxe, which I have. So let's do that. And don't fall on the resonant ender. Okay, there we go. Then I will take my bucket and I will scoop that up. Perfect. Now that should slowly fall down because there's no more source block down there. Let's get that out of the way. The power, or the, there you go, redstone. So the redstone tap will come right there. And then I need some redstone conduit. Man, I'm being very forgetful today. I apologize. I have to keep going back up to my ME system to get the parts that I'm forgetting. I think while I'm up here, I'm going to have another quick sleep to stop the monsters from making noises all around me while I'm trying to work. That's distracting. Okay, here we go. Redstone conduit. This stuff. Yeah. What is that? Map controller module. Oh, cool. I have no idea what that's for, but maybe at some point in this series we'll find out. Redstone conduit goes down there. It shouldn't attach to the capacitor, so I should be able to just use the wrench and undo that. But I do need to bring it up. Undo that, and then here I should be able to just attach the monitor right there, and that'll attach. And okay, so this is reading my capacitor storage, and it will output a signal when my capacitor bank gets too low. And I can put a conduit facade down there if I want to, just to cover that up. So we're doing pretty good. Guys, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I've done a lot, and really what's left now is just to do the work. So I need to place all 256 of these yellorium fuel rods. I need to place 32 control rods. On top of those, I need to place all of the liquid ender, or resonant ender I believe it's called, into all the tubes, and then I need to cover it all with glass. I also need to fill in this reactor, so I could probably just do that. There! See? That's fixed. And once I place the last of the reactor stuff, I'll be ready to turn on my reactor. And I think that's where I will start the next episode. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your liking my videos, and you watching my videos, and subscribing to my channel, and all of those things that you guys do for me. I'm having a blast making these videos. My biggest issue to date has just been the minor issues I've been having with my computer and making my webcam work properly and making my Minecraft load properly and stuff like that. I'll tell you all about it another day. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys